For the TI, community guides are the torchbearers of the program. Therefore, they have to be of a high caliber and have a great zeal to do things in the community. Let us hear the expectations of a community member from a non-community staff of an NGO.
My name is Shivaram. I am an MSM. As a community member, I too have expectation from the project staff. I want them to treat me with respect and dignity. They should listen to us. I don't want sympathy from them. They should be very friendly. They should not tease us or make fun of us. We need our space and understanding. They should be facilitated than dictating and instructing.
An outreach worker now shares experience working in the project.
I did not think sex workers and MSM are people like us. But I realized it is not true. I tried to teach the sex workers and peers. Instead, I learnt everything from them. On several occasions, I learned from the community how to deal with issues and problems. On one occasion, we tried to explore home-based sex work. Every time we were going to those homes, the residents were throwing us out. One day, as we were talking to the community members in a meeting, this was presented. They immediately told us we have to identify the gatekeepers and approach them only through sex workers with whom they have good rapport. The moment this was done, we were able to gain entry into the subgroup. There were several incidents like this that made me realize if I have to develop a good program, I should seek solutions from the community. This made us understand that for each of the problems that arises during program implementation, the solution lies with the community. We should be smart enough to tap that and bring it out.
You may have got the right people, but the question is, do they have the right skills and capacity? An NGO person tells us that.
I am project manager working in TI. Every outreach worker should go through some basic training and core knowledge about HIV and STI, as well as have a good comprehension about targeted intervention and its component. But the most important thing is have a positive attitude as well as feel emotionally connected to the project. They have to have the motivational skill, team player, ability to learn and apply the same, taking into the consideration the local context. Most important for them is to know not only what is to be done, but also how to do it.
During the inception of a new TI, community guides are selected from the community. They can help the field team gain access to the vulnerable groups, identify locations, help estimate the size of the group, collect data for the initial survey, and assist the assessment. It is important to understand that any intervention for high-risk groups require the active involvement of members of the community from the beginning. This also establishes as a norm involvement of the community for all activities concerning them. Let us hear from a sex worker why she was chosen as a community guide at the beginning of the project.
My name is Yashoda. I am a sex worker and also a community guide. I am very keen to work in this program because I am very popular with my peers. I also have the time to take my peers to the clinic. I know where to meet my friends in different locations in the city.
Let us hear from a project manager what happens if we hire peer educators at the beginning of the project.
After initial assessment and enumeration, we came to know that there were 1,200 sex workers in the city. We recruited 20 peer educators for this 1,200 sex workers. But soon we realized the outreach contacts were not exceeding 350. Therefore, we did network analysis and contact mapping, and we identified the sex workers who has a very good and maximum influence within our network. We asked peer educators to bring their contacts and we discussed with them and took their opinion and consent, and we recruited them as peer educators who has a maximum influence. By this, the outreach scaled up within next 2 months and had saturated coverage.
However, in the existing TI where peer educators are already present, we need to do a very careful appraisal of them. The appraisal criteria are described later on.